What's up, Cricket Rockstar Nation? It's Tyro Ordain, aka the Cricket Rockstar. And let's just get on with it, folks, and head deep into the action of the ICC Men's World T20 competition in India and Sri Lanka. Day 4 is officially in the books, and let me tell you this, folks, the leadership, or should I say the leaderboard, is starting to look very interesting. We saw big totals that were made, dominant shutouts by the big boys, and some of the associate nations putting up fight. Let's start with the first game of the day involving Netherlands and Namibia, as the Dutch, who should have gone with 2 victories out of 2 in this competition, have finally gotten on the board a few days following its heartbreaking defeat to Pakistan in Colombo. It looked absolutely clinical at the Kotla in Delhi as Namibia posted 156 for the loss of 8 wickets, a total which wasn't enough on that difficult pitch. Logan van Beek set the tone early for the Dutch, and once the Dutch top order got going, they never looked back as Namibia, who did show heart, but unfortunately they did lack the finishing power today. Baz Delaney had impressive figures today, finishing with 2 wickets for 20 with the ball, and then he came out with the bat to smash an undefeated 72 of 48 deliveries, and that is what you call leading from the front. Netherlands are in 3rd position on the table with 1 victory and 1 defeat. They have 2 points, but with the negative net run rate, which can come back and bite them later on, you never know. Moving away from the Kotla in Delhi to the Cheepak at the M.A. Chidambaran Stadium in Chennai, India, aka Tamil Nadu, as 2021 runners-up New Zealand was simply way too good for the United Arab Emirates, blowing them away by 10 wickets. And I'll tell you this, folks, it wasn't just a blowout victory, it was a statement, as the Emirates posted what was a respectable 173 for the loss of 6 wickets, courtesy captain Mohammad Wasim with 66, for showing that he does truly belong on the big stage. However, after that innings, everything came crashing down for the Emirates as Tim Seifert opened the innings with Finn Allen, made 89 and 84 respectively, spoiled the party at the Cheepak as the openers for the Black Caps chased down 174 without a wicket in 15.2 overs. And here's an interesting stat, folks. They now hold the record for the highest ever partnership at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup with 175 runs. With this victory, the Black Caps are all but certain for a spot in the Super 8s. Meanwhile, in the final game of the day, Pakistan moved to the top of the table in Group A following an impressive 32-run victory over the United States of America at the Sinhalese Sports Club in Colombo. Batting first, Zaizabad Farhan was brilliant with a flamboyant 73, and Shadab Khan came in down the order, striking some fireworks at the end, finishing on 30 of 12 deliveries to get Pakistan to 190 for the loss of 9. Don't forget, in the middle, Babar Azam did contribute with a fluent 47 of 33 deliveries. And it just goes to show that Babar, even though does have his severe amount of criticism, he does still perform. However, I'm still not pleased if he should be a part of the T20 team. I would recommend having someone like a Khawaja Najee, who in my view not only can bat better than Babar in T20s, but can also do wicket-keeping as well better than Usman Khan. The US did fought hard, but Pakistan spinners in the likes of Usman Tariq, Shadab Khan and Abrar Ahmed was simply too good on that Colombo spinning deck, as the 3 spinners took 7 out of the 8 wickets among themselves as the United States of America succumbed to the pressure in the middle stages. I must be very honest, folks, the associate nations, especially the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America, did show fight, but it was too much to deal with as New Zealand and Pakistan, who in my opinion are the 2 underdogs in this year's Men's T20 World Cup campaign, despite struggling against India recently and sweeping Australia in Pakistan. I do expect both these teams to reach the Super 8s comfortable, and I also predict that they can surprise one of the 2 big teams come that Super 8 phase. Remember, Pakistan still have to play India in the group, and New Zealand still have to play Canada and South Africa. And we all know the game against Canada for the Black Caps is going to be piece of cake, but the South Africa game is going to be extremely tough for them. So coming up on day 5 of the ICC Men's World T20 competition, it sees yet another triple header as South Africa, who we were just talking about, plays Afghanistan in the first game of the day at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, followed by 2021 champions Australia, who surprisingly are in action almost a week into the competition, facing Ireland, who are yet to get on the board in Colombo at the Premadasa. And the final game of the day is a big one as former two-time champions England faces former two-time champions the West Indies at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. South Africa enters the match against Afghanistan with momentum following an easy 56-run victory over Canada at the same Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad a couple of days back. Interestingly, Afghanistan, are under a lot of pressure following its 5-wicket defeat to New Zealand. And here's where the interesting facts are. It is going to be a battle between the Afghanistan spin trio of Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmad and Mujib ul Rahman, who will be tested by the South African dangerous duel in the middle order, featuring the likes of a fully fit again David Miller and Tristan Stubbs. And given Afghanistan's current standing where they are placed in 4th position, a loss here would mean that the chances for the Afghans to make the Super 8s are virtually at a dead end, given the fact that New Zealand have already defeated Afghanistan in the first game and have already defeated the United Arab Emirates and are almost through to the Super 8s. And if South Africa does defeat Afghanistan today, it will also mean that both teams will have 2 victories, and it would be extremely difficult for the other 3 lower ranked teams to try and catch up to them in what is termed the group of death. And this is very interesting, folks. This might be Australia's first match of the tournament at the Premadasa in Colombo, but Ireland will be looking to recover from an opening loss to Sri Lanka in what was a very close margin, to be honest, on the same Colombo pitch which they did face the Sri Lankans on a couple of nights back. And we all know Premadasa is known to favour spin as the game progresses, but Australia's Mitchell Marsh-led squad is entering the match as statistical favourites, or should I say statistical favourites, despite the fact they almost the same squad that is statistically the favourites for this match were virtually swept apart by Pakistan spinners in Lahore a couple of weeks back prior to the start of the T20 World Cup. But Paul Stirling Irish side has a reputation for unpredictable performances against higher ranked opponents, especially in ICC events. And the final game of the day at the Wankhede Stadium pits the 2 former T20 World Cup winners in England and the West Indies. Now, England are coming off a narrow 4-run victory against Nepal in what has to be one of the closest matches of the competition to date, a match which exposed England's bowling depth and their depth bowling. As for the West Indies, they, meanwhile, are looking okay following a 35-run victory over Scotland at the Eden Gardens a couple of nights back. And I must be honest, the last couple of games at the Wankhede Stadium have been high-scoring affairs. So it wouldn't be a surprise that whoever wins the toss will want to have first strike at the wicket by batting first. And watch out for the likes of Josh Butler and company for England, alongside Shemron Hetmeyer and co on the West Indies side. As I just mentioned, the toss could be very decisive, as so far at the Wankhede Stadium in this year's T20 World Cup, the teams that have batted first have had the psychological advantage and have gone on to win. That is going to wrap it up for the T20 World Cup roundup. Keep up to date with all the matches on all the cricketing website platforms, and also watch the highlights on ICC's YouTube channel or even on Willow TV's YouTube channel. Till then, folks, be good, be cool, stay frosty, and we love you all. And always, never forget this, folks, always be a first-rated version of yourself and not a second-rated version of yourself, aka the 2.0 or the 3.0, you name it. Bye-bye for now.